Atheists don't believe in God or the devil. They don't believe in heaven and hell, the soul, and afterlife of any kind, or any other religious beliefs. They choose to live without God or gods. They will never know the joy of submitting to unproven nonsense about imaginary beings, never enjoy wishing an eternity of pain and suffering on those who don't agree or acquiesce to delusions. Delusions so insane and unfounded, we would lock their proponents in the loony bin if the deity they worshipped and foisted on their children were Mickey Mouse or hobgoblins. Agnostics and or freethinkers just don't know or have an open mind about religion, especially the existence of God. They can't quite make their minds up if the rabid zealots that blow themselves up in God's name are nutters or might actually have something there. Perched as they are on the fence, perhaps hoping that when they die, God will place an avuncular hand on their shoulder and steer them into the light, saying, "It's okay, I can see how you might have had doubts. What with all those crazy people I let speak on my behalf?" There are also the non-religious, who are uninterested in religion or who reject it, the vague or unaffiliated, who are only nominally or culturally affiliated to a religious tradition or superstition, like astrology. There is no God, probably, but I reckon some hocus-pocus about the position of planets might guide my destiny and explain why I'm just like my parents. Skeptics doubt the truth of religion and other paranormal beliefs, typically on rational grounds, and secularists believe that laws and public institutions, for example the education system, should be neutral, as between alternative religions and beliefs. For instance, we shouldn't teach children that voodoo is a complete load of bollocks and its proponents are charlatans, conmen and liars. No. Let's be neutral about being born a sinner and talking snakes leading to all of the suffering in the world. Wouldn't want to upset anyone, would we? Hello, I'm Ordono Mundi. I'm not an atheist, nor am I secular, or agnostic, or a person of non-faith. These are almost all terms used by morons to describe people with enough intelligence to dismiss mumbo-jumbo and belief. There are many ways of describing those who don't believe in God, those who don't blindly accept dogma or delusion. Infidel, unbeliever, heathen, godless kafir, and these are the nice ones. Throughout human history, wherever you were born or lived, your survival often depended on agreeing to believe some wacky gobbledygook cooked up by the local witch doctor and high priest, or shoved down your throat by government, lord, king, pharaoh, Caesar, or some other well-armed despot. But not anymore. Welcome to a temporary window of choice on Earth. Well, for some of us anyway. Yes, for the lucky ones who have choice, we can now select from a number of unbeliefs. Atheist, agnostic, secular, rationalist, and so on. And religious people will be very happy if you do choose one of them, because they are completely and utterly useless in the fight against the oppression of billions on Earth by those religious people. Would you stand next to a burning building wearing a "not a firefighter" t-shirt? Would you stare at scenes of murder and oppression, glibly professing, "I'm neutral on tyranny"? How about letting your government swear an oath to the Tooth Fairy, then handing them the codes to your nuclear arsenal? We were really impressed by the way you submitted to that delusional imaginary being. If he whispers in your ear to nuke somebody, let us know. I say, we're not what we're not. Rather, we are what we are, and I am an astronomer. Astronomers study the universe, peeling back the curtain of mystery, adding to the great body of human knowledge, and exploring everything from the nature of matter to the beginning of time. To be an astronomer is to be actively engaged in life, to observe, to know, to learn, to improve our understanding of the universe and our place in it. To be an astronomer is also to marvel and gaze in awe at the beauty and wonder of it all. It's thanks to the discoveries of science and the prevalence of reason in the modern world that many of us enjoy the freedom to stand back and do nothing, while morons kill each other and their leaders sanction the destruction of our planet and only cradle of life. Yes, thanks to science, we have the freedom not to be dumb, freedom to disagree and not take part, or the freedom to be astronomers. 2 billion Judo-Christians, 1.5 billion Muslims, 1 billion Hindus and Sikhs, and another billion assorted traditions of mumbly-jumbly have succumbed to the dark forces of moron. They run our governments, control their flocks, infect our schools, and to this day, slaughter in their name is common. Fellow Earth people, I submit to you that doing nothing and being nothing is no longer enough. I say freedom is not free, and if the 1 billion non-morons on Earth do not come together to oppose and convert these lost minds from the shadow of moron to the light of study, our temporary freedom will be just that, temporary. This is the Palace of Peace and Reconciliation. Nice. It's in the capital of Kazakhstan. Interesting layout. Every 3 years, leaders of the world's biggest voodoo franchises come here to plan our continued adherence to mumbo-jumbo voodoo. We can only guess what kind of homogenized all-one God faith with shopping they're dreaming up for us, streamlining their hocus-pocus to one size fits all. And all the major mumbo is represented here. No doubt a strategy for reconciliation involves you remaining inactive while they plan Uber Voodoo or Mega Mumbo or Global Hocus Pocus, because no one who represents atheists is welcome. Seems there's no room in the future of all-one God faith for non-believers or neutral secular life. People of Earth, I say to you, freedom is not free, and I call upon all atheists, agnostics, humanists, and people of intelligence to join the astronomers, to travel the eternal road of infinite study, and to fight the war on moron, spreading the sacred facts across the face of the earth, ridding the world of ignorance, and defeating the Dark Lord moron together. Together as a billion-strong voice of sanity, armed with reason and knowledge, supported by the facts and organized into a united body of will, we can change the world, shaping it not into a mass of ignorant, unquestioning believers, but a world of peaceful people, free to explore and study the one thing greater than we are, universe. Say no to atheism. Join the astronomers. Travel with me, Ordono Mundi, on the eternal road of infinite study. Spread the sacred facts, rid the world of ignorance, and defeat the dark forces of moron before the Palace of Peace and Reconciliation becomes the Church of All-One God Faith Incorporated with shopping. Praise the laws. Space-time.